The following message is being broadcast at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. An Amber Alert has been issued for the entire state of Minnesota. The Minneapolis Police Department, along with many other police departments, are searching for 5 children that were abducted from their homes last night between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. The first child is one Alexandria, a 13-year-old Hispanic male. Date of birth February 5, 2011. 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 132 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt and gray shorts. The second child is James Reagan, a 15-year-old white male. Date of birth January 21, 2009. 6 feet tall, weighing 198 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing light blue sweater and gray sweatpants. The third child is Hannah Thomas, a 14-year-old white female. Date of birth September 21, 2009. 4 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 102 pounds, with black hair and green eyes. They were last seen wearing pin pajamas. The fourth child is Kisha Matthew, a 12-year-old African-American female. Date of birth May 30, 2012. 5 feet tall, weighing 105 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. It is unknown what she was last wearing. The fifth child is Joshua Underwood, a 10-year-old white male. Date of birth June 5, 2014. 4 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 79 pounds, with blonde hair and gray eyes. He was last seen wearing bright yellow pajamas. The suspect of these abductions is unknown. It is unknown if there are multiple suspects. It is unknown where the suspect is taking these children. These children are assumed to be in immediate danger. If you have any information on the children or possible suspects, call the Minneapolis Police Department at area code 612-673-3559. Tune to local news media for information and updates on this event.
The following message is being broadcast at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for the city of Minneapolis until further notice. Over the past 13 hours, residents of Minneapolis have started to go missing at an unprecedented rate. It has been reported that approximately 200 people ages 8 to 65 have gone missing in the city of Minneapolis. A full list of missing persons can't be found on the Minneapolis Police Department website. The cause of these missing persons is unknown, but they all are assumed to be in danger. The Minneapolis Police Department is requesting that residents be on the lookout for any strange behavior in others. If you need to submit a missing persons report, you can do so on the web, or by calling area code 612-673-3559. Parents are advised to keep children in their homes until further notice. Tune to local news media for information and updates on this event.
Welcome to the NBC News Special Report, and we currently have breaking news coming out of the city of Minneapolis. Over the past 24 hours, over 200 people have gone missing all around the city. There is no lead on the suspect or cause of these disappearances. However, strange video footage captured by a security system in downtown Minneapolis may give some clues on what is going on. The security footage was released by a small business in downtown Minneapolis. The video shows a busy sidewalk with normal occurrences. 15 seconds into the video, a man, mid-40s, around 6 feet 3 inches tall, takes a wrong step and trips, falling sideways into a brick wall where he then disappears when he hits the wall. He just vanishes out of thin air. Police and investigators still cannot explain the video footage. I have a correspondent in downtown Minneapolis where the incident occurred.
I am here in downtown Minneapolis, right next to the wall where a man seemingly vanished out of thin air. This is the wall that the man fell into. It is just a normal brick wall. But what happened to the man was unexplainable. He just kind of hit his shoulder on the wall like this.
Hello? Can you hear me? What happened down there? Everyone, I think we just lost connection with my correspondent. Sorry about that. We are going to take a quick commercial break while we figure out the issue.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department. A civil emergency message has been issued for your area. Please listen carefully to the contents of this message. Many more people around the city of Minneapolis have gone missing. It has been determined that a person or group of people is not responsible for any of the missing persons or children. Security camera and video camera footage has captured many people either falling into the ground or disappearing into walls. This strange phenomenon is the cause of the many missing persons. It is unknown what happens to these people when they disappear or fall into the ground, but they are assumed to be in immediate danger. This phenomenon can occur when you do any of the following actions. The actions include, but are not limited to, falling or jumping off of an object, running into a wall, taking a wrong step, falling onto the ground, walking into a door, or even sometimes walking through a doorway. For your safety, it is advised to take the following precautions to ensure that this phenomenon does not happen to you. Watch where you are stepping at all times. Avoid running to reduce the chance of falling. Do not jump off of objects, even if the object is not very tall. Install barriers on the sides of your bed to avoid falling off while sleeping. Make sure you are fully aware at all times. Inspect doorways for any out-of-place shapes. It is impossible to completely avoid this phenomenon, but the listed precautions will partially prevent the occurrence. Do not panic. Panic will only make the situation worse. If you have any information on this strange phenomenon, report it to the Minneapolis Police Department. Tune to local news media for information and updates on this event.
There's nothing better than a morning walk in a Minnesota summer. So refreshing. I definitely needed this after that long day of work yesterday. That was insane. I hope that this will be a relaxing day so I can get back to work tomorrow. Stupid dog. Stop barking. I'm trying to enjoy this walk and do not need you ruining it. Wait a minute, what the hell is that? What kind of dog is that? Whoa, go away. Get away from me.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Rochester Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for the city of Rochester until further notice. Over the past 30 minutes, there have been multiple reports of vicious dogs attacking civilians across the city of Rochester. These dogs have unkempt black hair on their heads and large mouths filled with sharp teeth. They have long bony limbs, sharp claws, and two eyes that are fully white. Their body is a bony, slim structure, similar to a human's. According to witness reports, the dog's behavior almost seems like that of a human on all fours. These dogs are very strong despite their slim appearance. These dogs are extremely dangerous and will become agitated if they see a human. If you see one of these dogs, you must get away as fast as you can and hide. The dogs will not attack you if they do not see you. If you are spotted by one of these dogs, it has been reported that staring it down will stall its attack, giving you a chance to escape. If you hear growling, get away from the area. It is unknown where these dogs came from, or how long they are going to be a threat. It is unknown if a disease such as rabies is causing this behavior in these dogs. It is advised that all residents of Rochester stay inside and lock their doors. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Minnesota Department of Public Health. A contagious disease warning has been issued for the city of Rochester until further notice. Local hospitals have recently experienced a high number of patients coming in with an unknown virus. Approximately 250 people have been infected with this virus. Symptoms of the virus include, but are not limited to, discoloration and burning rash around wounds, migraine, difficulty swallowing, foaming at the mouth, lightheadedness, muscle spasms, increased aggression, stomach cramps, and vomiting. This virus is transmitted through contact with the vicious dogs that have been roaming the city. If you are bitten by one of these dogs, you will contract this virus. It is otherwise impossible to be infected with this disease. This disease is not rabies. Incubation period and mortality rate is currently unknown. You can avoid being infected by this disease if you avoid being bitten by the vicious dogs currently roaming the city. Because of this, the Minnesota Department of Public Health and the Rochester Police Department are implementing a stay-at-home order beginning immediately and lasting until the vicious dogs and the disease are properly contained. Do not leave your home for reasons other than to get groceries, seek medical attention, and to provide for loved ones needing assistance. If you leave your home, bring a ranged weapon such as a firearm to protect yourself if you encounter a vicious dog. If you are bitten by one of these dogs, seek medical attention immediately. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event. This message is being broadcast at the request of the Rochester Police Department and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A civil emergency message has been issued for your area. Please listen carefully to the contents of this message. The situation involving the vicious dogs and the contagious disease have gotten worse. First, the vicious dogs that have been roaming the city have been named hounds. Investigation of the dogs and information provided by a private source have revealed that the dogs are not actually dogs. They are humans that have been transformed into dog-like creatures by the contagious virus. These hounds are extremely dangerous and will attack humans on sight. Second, the contagious disease that arose yesterday has been transforming infected persons into these hounds. The number of hounds around the city is increasing drastically as more people are attacked and bitten by them. The disease has a 100% mortality rate. If you are bitten and infected, you will eventually turn into a hound. If you are infected with this disease, commit suicide to prevent yourself from becoming a hound. The Rochester Police Department is requiring all residents to shelter in place immediately until the hounds have been eliminated. If you are caught outside your home, you will be arrested and charged with public endangerment and obstruction of justice. If you cannot get to your home, get into the nearest building and shelter there. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
This is ABC News 6 with a special report for the Rochester area. There are currently vicious dog-like creatures roaming around the city of Rochester. These creatures are called hounds, and they are not actually dogs. They are humans that have been infected with a disease that makes them have canine attributes. These hounds have a large mouth with sharp teeth, bony limbs, sharp claws, and fully white eyes. Additionally, the hounds carry a disease that will turn any human into a hound if the person is infected. If you are attacked and bitten by a hound, you will contract the disease. We here at ABC 6 News urge all residents to follow official instructions from police departments and emergency alerts. Unfortunately, we cannot get live coverage from anywhere in the city, as shelter-in-place orders prohibit anyone from leaving their homes. We would really like to provide information, but we are forced to use police reports and emergency updates to provide the public with information. I pray that this situation ends in the near future. We will be back with more information when it becomes available.
Civil danger for the state of Minnesota. This message is being transmitted at the request of the Minnesota Emergency Management Agency. Residents of Minnesota, lock all of your doors and windows immediately. There are multiple strange entities and phenomena that are currently taking place in the state of Minnesota. First, people have begun disappearing at an increased rate. Activities such as touching a wall or even jumping may cause you to disappear. It is unknown where these people go when they disappear, but they are assumed to be in immediate danger. This strange phenomenon can happen to anyone, regardless of age, gender, or health status. Do not touch walls or jump for any reason. If you do, you are putting your life in extreme danger. The following activities can also cause you to disappear: falling or jumping off of an object, running into a wall, taking a wrong step, falling onto the ground, walking into a door, or even sometimes walking through a doorway. Avoid doing these actions at all costs. Second, multiple unknown entities have been reported in the state of Minnesota. 3 types of entities are roaming around the state in large numbers. One of these is already known, where the other 2 are new and undocumented. All 3 of these entities are assumed to be extremely dangerous. The first type are hounds, which have already been reported. These dog-like creatures have unkempt black hair on their heads and large mouths filled with sharp teeth. They have long bony limbs, sharp claws, and have eyes that are fully white. Their body is a bony, slim structure. These hounds have previously been humans, but have been transformed into the creature by a deadly disease carried by the hounds. The second type of entities are being called skin stealers. These entities are large, pale, and yellow humanoid entities that are commonly known to wear their victim's skin as a disguise, which makes them difficult to identify. They have the ability to mimic human speech. If someone is repeating the same words, or speaking in a monotone voice, they may be a skin stealer. The third type of entities are being called smilers. The only distinguishable features of smilers are their beady eyes and the large grin carved across their face. Smilers appear in dark areas, and are usually passive, but can be agitated by flashes of light. If you encounter this entity, get away from it, and do not shine any light at it. All of the previously listed entities are extremely dangerous, and have the potential to kill. All residents of Minnesota are to shelter in place immediately. Do not go outside as you may be putting your life in extreme danger. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
You are listening to Desert City News, serving the Phoenix metropolitan area since 1994. I am your host, Marcus Stone. Today we travel across the country to the state of Minnesota where a very dangerous situation is taking place. I am surprised this event is not getting national media coverage because the entire state of Minnesota is in grave danger. Over the past few days, multiple strange occurrences have been happening in the state of Minnesota. People have been disappearing out of thin air after doing actions as simple as touching a wall or even jumping. It is unknown where these people go when they disappear. I feel that someone or a group of people are suppressing information on this event because this should make national news. Additionally, 3 types of dangerous entities have appeared randomly in Minnesota. They are hounds, skin stealers, and smilers. I will not go into specific details, but I will explain the general appearance of these entities. Hounds are dog-like creatures that were previously humans. They have canine attributes like sharp teeth, sharp claws, and bony limbs. Hounds carry a disease that can transform a human into one of them. Skin stealers are large, pale, yellow humanoid entities that are commonly known to wear their victim's skin as a disguise. Yikes, that doesn't sound nice. Smilers are faces that appear in dark areas, and their only distinguishable features are their large eyes and the grin carved across their face. I would love to send a report team out to Minnesota to get updated information, but I don't want to put anyone's life at risk. We will just have to rely on reports. After this short message from our sponsor, we will get into today's weather.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Sacramento Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for the city of Sacramento until further notice. At approximately 11:56 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, reports started coming in describing very large moths attacking civilians around the city. These moths appear just as regular moths but much larger. These moths' behavior is unpredictable and can go from docile to extremely hostile instantaneously. It is advised to avoid these moths. If you see one of these moths, get away from it as fast as you can. The Sacramento Police Department is currently investigating where these moths came from and how to deal with them. It is known that these moths can form groups to attack civilians more efficiently. It is currently unknown if these moths have the potential to kill. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
Rub it on like lotion, I can feel it soaking. Reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong.
Civil danger for the city of Sacramento. This message is being transmitted at the request of the Sacramento Police Department. Well, over the past 30 minutes, reports of another strange entity have been reported across the city of Sacramento. These entities look like massive clumps of human limbs which flail about and extend in every direction. These entities measure, on average, 6 feet in diameter, and are able to fit in spaces as small as 2 feet, by contorting their limbs to fit within these tight spaces. The arms of this entity vary in skin color, with some even bearing injuries or blemishes on the skin. They are also known to possess a single arm which can extend well over 20 feet in length, and is surprisingly strong despite its slenderness. It has been recorded to lift objects weighing up to 800 pounds. These entities are commonly found in cabinets, closets, drains, pipes, chimneys, and most commonly, vents. They are also very intelligent, and know how to bait and attack humans. These entities are extremely dangerous. Avoid them at all costs. If you encounter one of these entities, run away as fast as you can and hide. Additionally, if you see dangling arms around areas that this entity resides, do not investigate as the entities use this as bait. Avoid all areas that these entities are found in. Additionally, the threat posed by the large moths is still present. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
You are listening to Desert City News, serving the Phoenix metropolitan area since 1994. I am your host, Marcus Stone. Today we have an update on the situation regarding dangerous entities that have been terrorizing cities across the U.S. Yes, multiple cities. Yesterday, new types of entities were reported in Sacramento, California. 2 types of new entities have appeared in Sacramento. The first is a type of moth that is very large. It is almost as large as a human, and their behavior is extremely unpredictable. The second type is a massive clump of human limbs that extend in every direction. They are usually around 6 feet wide, but can fit in 2 feet wide spaces. They are also very strong. At this time, it appears that these entities are only in the state of California. Also, the situation in Minnesota has not gotten any better. People are dropping like flies due to the dangerous entities, and more keep appearing. Now, I am bringing on an anonymous person who claims they know what all this stuff is and what is going to happen. Their voice has been distorted at their request to protect their privacy. Hello? Are you there?
Yes.
Tell us about what is going on in Minnesota and California right now.
Well, I can tell you that it could potentially spell the end of the world. These entities are very dangerous, and they originate from a place called the Backrooms. The Backrooms are like an alternate reality, and I myself have been there before and escaped. It appears that entities from the Backrooms are somehow making their way to reality. All these entities are extremely dangerous, and it is in their nature to hunt and kill humans. And with the rising amount of them appearing, it could spell the end. Also, the disappearing people is normal, just not at this rate. People fall into the Backrooms all the time, but it should not be happening to this many people in this short amount of time. All those people are in extreme danger, as the Backrooms are not the place for humans to be. Most places in the Backrooms extend for multiple billions of miles, and there are only a few known ways to escape, which are very difficult to achieve. I have already contacted government officials and gave them information about all the entities. The 3 in Minnesota are labeled correctly as hounds, skin stealers, and smilers. The 2 in California are called death moths and clumps. Overall, an instability is occurring with the Backrooms and reality, and it could be very dangerous for the world.
Wow. That is crazy. Thank you for giving us this information. Well, everyone, you heard him. This apparently could spell the end of the world. I urge everyone to not panic and pray that this does not happen. I do not want chaos in Phoenix because of what someone said on the radio. Please stay calm. We will be back with today's weather after these messages.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Oklahoma Emergency Management Agency and the United States government. A shelter-in-place order has been issued for the state of Oklahoma until further notice. Over the past week, many dangerous entities and phenomena have been appearing in Oklahoma, as well as all other 49 states. There are 5 types of entities, all of which are extremely dangerous, and will kill any human on sight. The entities include hounds, skin stealers, smilers, death moths, and clumps. Hounds are dog-like creatures with bony limbs, sharp teeth and claws, and fully white eyes. Hounds also carry a contagious disease. Skin stealers are humanoid entities that wear their victim's skin as a disguise. Smilers have beady eyes and a large smile, and nothing else can be seen. Death moths are very large moths with unpredictable behavior. Clumps are clumps of human limbs that are on average 6 feet wide. A more detailed explanation of these entities can't be found on Oklahoma.gov and all police department websites. Additionally, people have gone missing at a large rate due to an unknown phenomenon. The following actions may cause you to disappear to an unknown location: falling or jumping off of an object, running into or touching a wall, taking a wrong step, falling onto the ground, walking into a door, walking through a doorway, and even jumping. All residents of Oklahoma are to shelter in place immediately. To shelter in place, close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Seal all cracks on windows and doors with duct tape or damp towel. Get to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building with as little windows as possible. Take ample supplies such as food, water, batteries, and your emergency supply kit with you to your shelter. Pay attention to local media outlets for official news and instructions as they become available. Do not leave your shelter as you are putting your life at risk. As of 2 p.m. local time, if you are caught outside you will be arrested. This order is in effect until further notice. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event. We interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information for the public in assigned areas. This is KSTP5, and will continue to serve the Minneapolis area. If you are not in this area, tune now to a station providing information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Minneapolis area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message has been issued at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Shortly, the President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, it is with great displeasure that I inform you of this situation. I am sure all of you are aware of the dangerous entity infestation of all 50 states. I have received information from an anonymous source that has been confirmed by the FBI about this situation. These creatures are coming from an alternate reality called the Backrooms. There is instability at the point where these two realities connect, and it is causing this emergency. Unfortunately, there is nothing anyone can do to fix this instability. The hounds, skin stealers, smilers, death moths, and clumps are all being sent here from the Backrooms. If you encounter any one of these entities, get away from it as fast as possible. If you cannot flee, attempt to kill the entity by any means necessary. Additionally, the Backrooms are also the cause for the disappearing people. These people are getting sent there at a rate that no one has ever seen before. The Backrooms consist of many dangerous areas, all continuing for billions of miles. This place is not safe for humans, as entities there are trained to hunt humans. If you or a loved one are sent to the Backrooms, there is nothing you can do but find a way out. However, I must inform you that it is very difficult to escape the Backrooms. You will experience horror you never could have imagined if you are sent to the Backrooms. I am placing the entire country under a mandatory shelter-in-place order. All non-essential activities have been prohibited. The United States is now under martial law effective immediately. This means that the military will now control all aspects of life. Put as much space between you and the outside world as possible. Do not make any loud noises to prevent attracting any one of these entities. Do not go outside. If you do, you are putting your life in extreme danger. I urge all Americans to stay calm and do not panic. Panicking will only make the situation worse, and you could be putting your or other lives in danger. I say to all Americans, we will get through this, no matter how hard it is. I have the military out attempting to eliminate every last entity that roams the land. This is not the end.
That was a message from the President of the United States. We now return to the emergency alert system. This concludes this operation of the emergency alert system. Normal programming will stay suspended until this crisis ends. Tune to local news media for more information and updates on this event.
Event type is civil. For all of Canada. This message is being transmitted at the request of the Canadian government and an anonymous source. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. This is a national emergency that is taking place in all provinces of Canada. Multiple anomalous entities, which originated in the states of Minnesota and California in the United States, have been appearing in all provinces of Canada. These entities are extremely dangerous and pose a threat to human life. There are 5 types of entities present in Canada. The first are hounds. Hounds are dog-like creatures that have unkempt black hair on their heads and large mouths filled with sharp teeth. They have long bony limbs, sharp claws, and have fully white eyes. Their body is a bony, slim structure. Hounds carry a disease that transforms any human bitten into a hound. The second type are skin stealers. Skin stealers are large, yellow, and pale humanoid entities that wear their victim's skin as a disguise. This makes them difficult to identify from real humans. They also have the ability to mimic human speech. The third type are smilers. Smilers only have 2 visible features, beady eyes and the large grin carved across their face. Smilers appear in dark areas, and can be agitated by light. The fourth type are death moths. Death moths are very large moths with unpredictable behavior. The fifth type are clumps. Clumps look like massive clumps of human limbs which flail in every direction. These entities measure 6 feet in diameter on average and are able to fit in spaces as small as 2 feet by contorting their limbs. The arms of this entity can also vary in skin color. These entities are attacking anyone they see in their path. In most cases, you will die if you are attacked by one of these entities. All of these entities are very strong and surprisingly fast. All residents of Canada are urged to shelter in place immediately. Close, lock, and barricade all windows and doors to prevent these entities from breaking into your home and attacking you. Close all fireplace dampers and vents. Seal all cracks on windows and doors with tape or damp towel. Bring necessary supplies with you to your shelter such as food, water, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, a battery-powered radio with extra batteries, and a self-defense weapon. Make as little noise as possible to prevent giving away your location to these entities. Please stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
We interrupt your programming. This is a global emergency. Important details will follow.
The following message has been issued at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. America has fallen. There are hundreds of millions of anomalous entities infesting the United States. Approximately 85% of America's population has been killed by one of these entities or has been turned into a hound. The number of survivors is plummeting by the second. There is nothing the military or anyone can do to kill off these entities. There are an endless number of them. Your weapons are not enough for them. It is estimated that the entire United States population will be killed by these creatures in the next 6 to 10 hours. There is no way to stop these creatures from spreading. These creatures have appeared in every last nation in the world. It is only a matter of time before you are killed by these creatures. You can either accept your fate and commit suicide or give yourself to the creatures or attempt to survive as long as you can. You can also attempt to be sent to the backrooms. The President, Vice President, many members of Congress, and many other political figures have been killed by these entities. The United States government has completely collapsed. Gather your family and loved ones and prepare for your final hours on Earth. Do anything that makes you happy or comfortable. Do not tell young children about this event, comfort them through their final hours. Go into panic mode if you want to. Pray to your God and ask for forgiveness and repent. A Bible verse has been selected to be read during the final activation of the emergency alert system. Hebrews 6:19. This hope is a strong and trustworthy anchor for our souls. It leads us through the curtain into God's inner sanctuary. We will now conclude the final activation of the emergency alert system with the playing of the national anthem. All TV, communications, and broadcasts will cease at the conclusion of this message. This concludes the final activation of the emergency alert system. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.